Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So this is the another lecture of our Java programming playlist, and in previous lectures we have completed up to data types in Java. In today's video, we will be starting off with a very important concept, that is variables in Java, types of variables in Java, and under that we are gonna discussing about local variables concept. Before we get started, I just want to say something. I am putting my heart into making these videos, and your support really keeps me going. So if this content helps you even a little, please like, share, and subscribe. The more views and subscribers I get, the more I'm encouraged to come back and record more useful videos. And hey, if you want me to make more videos, let me know in the comments. I am here for you. And if you want me to cover more topics or concepts, just drop a comment below. I will definitely try to make videos on them. Let's learn and grow together. Let's quickly move on to the concepts. Local variables. Now, see here in Eclipse, I just created one class block. That class name is local variable demo. What is local variable? Any variable is created inside the class block as well as inside the some other block. We call it as a local variable. We call it as a local variable. In simple terms, the local variables are one that declared inside a method or a block or a constructor, whatever it may be. It is declared inside any other block. We call that as a local variables. And keep this point, the local variables exists during the execution of the method or block only. Once the method ends, the variables disappear. Let me show you how this work in Eclipse. Now see here, class variable demo is our class name. Inside this, I'm declaring one variable, a variable, and we always know execution always starts from main method. Inside the main method also, I'm declaring one variable. That name is b. See, we call this b as a local variable, and see, it is not a local variable. In this example, a is not a local variable. B is the local variable. I hope you got clear idea up to this. Now, we will move to the characteristics of local variables. The first characteristic is we can't initialize the local variables we can't utilize the local variables without initializing the data. See in this example, I just declared variables b. Here b is the local variable, right? For this I just declared, I didn't assign any value to that b variable. So that is the first character here. We can't utilize this local variable b. We can't able to utilize that. See what will happen if I try to utilize that variable. See, the local variable b may not have been initialized. We got error. That means we can't utilize that local variables without initializing the data. This is the first character. So make a note of it. Now we will move to second characteristic. These local variables are there, no? We can use those local variables only inside the particular block where it is created. That we can say that local variables have block level scope. They can't be accessed outside the block where they are created. Now I will show you in Eclipse practically. I'm gonna commenting this. See, I'm taking here one class, one method name, block scope. Inside this method, I took one block, if block, int num equal to 100. Now I'm printing inside block num. Outside block. Now execution always starts with main method. Here I'm creating object for this local demo. Obj is the reference. By using this reference, I'm calling block scope method. See, execution starts from main method. Inside the main method, I have created object for the class name, that is local variable demo. After that, the control moves to this place. Here I am calling block scope method. The control moves to here. After that, inside the block scope, here if block is the right. Inside the if block, I declared a num variable. Later, I assign 100 to that num variable. Inside this block only, I am accessing this num variable. See here. See. Num cannot be resolved to a variable. We got error for this statement. Now we will execute. Inside block 100, we got output as for this inside block is 100. Up to this, we got output. Whenever we are trying to access outside the block, we got error. So we can only use it inside the block only. Outside, it is not going to be recognized. Just keep this point. Make a note of it. Inside the block only, we can able to access that. Outside the block, we can't able to access that. Now, we will move to third characteristic. See here. You cannot declare two local variables with the same name in the same block. In the same block. See, if you try here, we'll try here only. See, here I am declaring again num variable. See, rename num, duplicate local variable num. See, we got error. Duplicate local variables num. That means we can't declare two local variables with the same name inside the same block. Here, inside the if block only, I declare number variable again. So, Java won't allows you to declare this num variable again. So, that's called a duplicate declaration. That is not allowed in Java. I hope you got it up to this. Now, moving to another characteristic, that is we We cannot have more than one. That is, we can't use local variable from different class. Local variables are strictly limited to the class or method where they defined. I will tell you, suppose here I took one class, local variable demo. If I create some other class, if I create class A, another class name is class B. I declared variable in class A. I'm trying to access that class A variable in class B. Can I able to access that? No, we can't able to access that. That's only here I'm telling. If even the both classes exists in the same file, we can't able to access from one class to one class variable from another class because it is local. It dies when that block or method ends. That time only the memory is going to be deleted. I hope you got it. Try it yourself. If you get any doubts, do comment. I will try to explain it later. Now, the another point is local variables are stored in stack memory. Stack memory. Stack memory. Why? Because they are temporary, right? They are temporary. Here only we can able to see. Inside the block only we can able to access. Outside, if I try to access, Java won't able to recognize that. Am I right? So that's why we call it as local variables are stack memory. That means those are temporary. That means here every time you call a method. Here I'm calling this block scope method, right? You call it whenever you call a method, that's it local variables are created in the stack. Once the method finishes, the memory is going to be cleared. I hope you got it. Now, the another characteristic is modifiers like public, private, static are not allowed to declare. I will show you in this example. Execution always starts from main method. Now, int a equal to 20. Modifiers like public, private, static, we can't able to use. See what will happen. We got error. Illegal modifier for parameter A. Only final is permitted. See, if you use public, we got error. What if I use private? See, again we got error. What if I use static? What if I use static? That also we can't able to use. We can use only final. Can use only final for local variables. We can't able to use other modifiers. So we can't make a local variable public or static or private. Java will throw an error. Only for instance or class level variables can have those modifiers. For local variables, it's not applicable to declare those type of modifiers. Keep this thing. This is very, very important. So make a note of it. Now, the last one is default values are not generated for local variables. We already seen that example in our previous lectures. Again, I am telling default values are not generated for local variables. Why? It won't generate means compiler cannot able to see those declared variables inside a block, or it may be a method, or it may be in constructor. Compiler cannot able to see. That's why for local variables, it cannot create any default value. See here, if you want to access those, it must be initialized with some other value. Then only we can able to access. Now, let's quickly recap the characteristics of local variables. Local variables must be initialized before use. For that, no default values. Only accessible within the block or method where it is declared. And third point is local variables cannot have duplicate names in the same scope and cannot have been accessed from other classes. We can't store in the stack memory because those are temporary. Local variables are stored in stack memory because those are temporary. It cannot be public, private, or static. If you want to know more practically, practice yourself this example in Eclipse. It will help you to make understand better. Try it yourself. You will get more clarity and you will get more idea. I hope you guys got up to this. If you found understood everything right, at the end of the lecture, please drop a comment that I understood in the comment section, so that I get belief that you guys are understanding everything, so that I get motivated. I came back and record these videos, and please do consider subscribe, dropping the comment I understood in the comment section. If you are new to our channel, please do consider subscribe to our channel. If you haven't checked our Java playlist, please go and check out our playlist, and see you in the next video.